My name is Kevin, and this is my project LEDsign. Now what you're seeing on screen is a recording of my Android application and the Arduino hardware cube complement to the project. Now on the Android side of things, this is the landing page of the app, which is a profile creation screen. So let's go ahead and create a profile. Tap the plus button, and we get a list of effects that we get to choose to add to the list. For example, let's pick the solid color. And for every effect you choose, you get to customize it. So in this case, let's customize this one, and perhaps we want it to appear on the front and right side of the cube. And we want this static color to be perhaps more of a green color. So we adjust the RGB sliders as we want, and then we submit the effect. And now we can see on the 3D preview, the effect is instantly previewed. And we can also use our touch gestures to scroll the cube across and see what it looks like. Or we can tap the buttons for the 3D preview to rotate the cube in any direction. Or if we get lost, we can click the reset button. We can also tap the A and it'll auto-rotate. Now, again, if you want to build an effect list, you got to be able to add more effects. So let's click the plus button and add another effect. In this case, let's click the scrolling text button. In this case, we want the effect to perhaps be on every face of the cube. The text to scroll will be Hello World. And we can leave it at the orange because orange contrasts nicely with green. And now we can see Hello World scroll from the top all the way across the entirety of the cube. Hello, W-O-R-L-D, Hello World. And now you could essentially infinitely build the list, and you can also rearrange them if you wanted certain effects to have priority over others. But in this case, we're happy with this effect list, and we want to be able to upload it and see it in the real world. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap the Bluetooth icon, because as we can see right now in the navigation drawer, we are disconnected. So we'll connect, let the application use Bluetooth. Here we get to see a list of all of the devices that my phone has ever been paired with. In this case, the Bluetooth module in the hardware cube is the HC-06. It's going to load. Now what you're seeing right now, and let's check the navigation. We can see that we're connected. So now if I tap the overflow menu, I can click upload profile. Now what you're seeing right now, the blue and white spinning LEDs, that's just the standby, the Bluetooth standby of the hardware cube. But after we upload the effect, it'll start rendering the effect. And as you can see, we have the blue and green lights on the front and right side of the cube, as well as the orange scrolling text going around it. And there's a mirror in the back so you can see what it looks like in the back. Now, let's say we spent a lot of time on this effect and we want to save our work. We can tap the save icon. It'll save. And if we ever want to go back to a previous effect and load it, we can choose load profile, see the other effects I've saved. For example, let's click on Rainbow Theater. And if we swipe it over, we can duplicate it, delete the effect, or edit it. In this case, we have just a theater chase effect. And just like profiles, you can also move them over in effect, duplicate them, or delete them. In this case, let's now upload this theater chase effect, and we should see the theater chase effect apply to every face of the hardware cube. And that's essentially LEDsign, which is building your effects in-app and seeing them in the real world. Now LEDsign is also a typical Android application in the sense that it has certain Android features, or common Android features. So for example, if we go back to the navigation drawer, we can tap on settings. We could change certain settings preferences. For example, we could change the theme of the app to dark, the accent color. We can also set the cube to rotate by itself. Perhaps we want it to rotate at a slower pace, so we'll reduce the sensitivity. And since we're auto-rotating it, we don't need the auto-rotate button. If we go back to profile creation, we can see our changes have taken place. The cube is rotating slowly. There's no auto-rotate button. We have a dark mode and a green color accent. Now, if we go to the help section, we can see a different list of help categories. For example, if I forgot how to do some things when creating a profile, I can tap this section, and if I didn't know how to duplicate an effect, I can click on it, see some written instructions if I maximize the expandable text view, and if I minimize it again, I can have a video automatically play showing me how to do this specific task. And if I want to see what the next task is, I can simply swipe over, how to remove an effect, read the instructions, minimize it to see the video, and so forth for every every item in this help category. And lastly, we also have an about page where we can see a list of all the external libraries and tools that I needed to create this particular Android application. And if you click on one, you go to the website where I found this particular tool. So thanks for listening. My name is Kevin. This was LEDsign.